Hey guys, this is Catherine with Oracle Intuitions. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. This is going to be your weekly energy reading for July 23rd to the 30th. So we're going to be taking a look into the energy of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships, with a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone. But I do suggest you take a look into your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign videos that come out on my channel throughout the week. Also, I just wanted to send a little bit of an apology before we get into the readings. Normally, the air and fire signs would be coming out on Wednesday and Thursday. However, due to we had thick smoke coming in from neighboring provinces because of their forest fires, and my allergies flared up, and I sore throat. I couldn't talk very well. So I wanted to give my my voice a break for a couple of days. So again, my deepest apologies in regards to that. Please make sure that you are a subscriber. Click like, click share, because on Wednesdays at 6 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time, we do provide mini live readings. So this is right here on this channel. And it's such a fun show. We have such a good time, and we do try to get to as many readings as we possibly can in the time that we allot for the show. Also, on Sundays at 2 o'clock p.m., we do bring on different live spiritual guests. Of course, they're live, but it's a live show bringing on different spiritual guests is what I meant to say. So we hope that you can join us for that as well. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing week. Many blessings. Take care. Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly reading for July 23rd to the 30th. We're going to be taking a look into the energies of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships, with a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone. And also remember that time in the spirit realm is irrelevant, so these may be upcoming energies, current energies, or a validation from spirit in regards to some sort of past energy. If you're looking for a personal reading, contact me at oracleintuitions.com or through my email at oracleintuitions1111@gmail.com or through my social media pages. All right, so let's see what's coming through for Sagittarius. Energies for Sagittarius. First card coming through, self-sabotage. This might be a theme for our fire signs. Interesting energy. We also have procrastination. And spirit message from spirit is wild. So what I'm getting here is you're holding yourself back against something. I do feel that maybe perhaps for some of you, you might be, seeking something or wanting to create or develop something, but there is this sense of procrastination in the external world, meaning that perhaps what is happening here is, even though you want to create or develop something or bring in something new, could be relationship, career, whatever aspect it lands in, there's this sense of procrastination. So maybe perhaps, it's like, if I want to build a business, I can't do that, by placing my energy into something else. Or if I want a relationship, I can't create that relationship by sitting on the couch and not being sociable, and just only being on TV all the time, right? That's basically the energy of what it's talking about. So whatever it is that you're trying to develop, whatever it is that you're trying to create, it's time to start putting that energy towards it and stop self-sabotaging yourself. All right? So this doesn't have to apply to every area of your life, obviously, but I do feel that for some of you, for many of you, that there may be something that it is that you're wanting to bring forth, but are you putting the energy towards it? With that wild card coming through. So when I see that wild card in this particular deck, really what it talks about for me is it's sort of like the rider, card within the Leonard, tarot, or the deck. Is basically, it's talking about moving towards it. Be creative within your mind. Be creative. It's time to expand yourself. Instead of sitting on your couch, get wild and start going out. Okay, maybe that doesn't sound wild to other people, but it could be for you. Or perhaps if you're wanting to, again, start that business of some sort, start putting that energy towards it instead of just thinking about it and sabotaging the creation of it in some way. get up and start putting that energy towards it in whatever manner it is. And the nice thing is, I mean, with the internet nowadays, is that you don't normally need even a storefront anymore. You can do this by doing research, of starting, Etsy stores, starting your own, website, whatever it is, if it's that type of product. But it feels like it's time to start moving forward. All right. Take the path that is being led to you, being guided to you. Take the lead towards what it is that you're trying to create. Don't sabotage yourself by just sitting there in the energy of the wishing and the hoping and dreaming that it's all going to come true, because that's not going to happen if you're not putting that energy towards it. Stop the procrastination. So let's see what clarification's coming through. The play. So I feel like it's interesting because this actually showed up, I believe, for some of the one of the air signs. But what it's really talking about with that wild and with that play is play with your imagination at this time. Play, and be wild within what it is that you're truly desiring. Don't stifle yourself because of some sort of sabotaging thoughts. It's time to expand those. Time to elevate your mode of thinking. Think big instead of thinking small. We also have the creator. Look at this. Can't make this up. The creator. You can create what it is that you want to create. But again, if you have some sort of wild or smaller thoughts and you're not thinking, expansion in some way, like bigger thoughts, it's going to be hard to create. So again, that procrastination. Instead of being the procrastinator, be the creator. And we have reflect. Reflect upon possibly what it is that's holding you back at this time. All right. What are those self-sabotaging thoughts? Where are they coming from? What is creating them? Is there some sort of disappointment from the past? Is there just a fear of moving forward? Is there possibly a fear? I can't speak. This is where those forest fires that I was talking about, it's like, it's really hurting my throat, right? So it's hard for me to kind of talk. I apologize. But where are those self-sabotaging thoughts come from? Is it a fear of succeeding? Is it a fear of failure? What is it, right? And that's where you need to reflect within yourself in regards to whatever the situation is. But the point is stop procrastinating on doing so. Again, be the creator is what I keep getting. So let's get some more clarification and see what's happening. First card coming through, Page of Pentacles. Yeah, time to start creating. This could have to do with material wealth. It could have to do with some sort of, grounded material energy. Now, this doesn't need to be just a business or just career or something to do, with abundance in regards to money or finances. This could have to do with things that are a grounded energy here, like a marriage or maybe perhaps a relationship, things that are abundant, or a sense of abundance within yourself. Whatever it is that you feel abundant or that you want to create that abundance with is going to reflect within this Page of Pentacles. The point of it is starting new, starting possibly from the beginning, releasing those self-sabotaging thoughts and start moving forward. And again, release that procrastination towards it. Yeah, look at this, the world coming through. So cycles are ending. It's time to end whatever these cycles are that are holding you back. Reflect upon them and end them in order to move forward, to get that Page of Pentacles energy starting to flow towards that abundance of what it is that you're wanting. And we have the Five of Wands. So, when I see this energy, it basically, for me, it kind of reflects a tug of war. Okay, it's like this could be within, some sort of, for some of you, this may have something to do with externally. Maybe there's some sort of external conflicts that are going on, and maybe that's what you need to reflect upon, or reflect upon some sort of self-sabotage towards the situation in some way. Time to end, again, that way of thinking. But this also could have to do with the mind and the heart. Your mind is saying one thing, your heart is saying the other. It's like your heart really wants to go in one direction. It wants to create, but your mind may be having those self-sabotaging thoughts that are holding you back. So it's like that push and pull, the tug of war, right? Again, it's time to end those feelings. It's time to end those thoughts. It's time to end that way of thinking, time to take a new perspective and stop procrastinating on what it is that you're trying to build. So let's take a look at relationships and see what's coming through. Remember that relationships, Sagittarius, do not need to be romantic. They may be having to do with friends, family, co-workers, or a relationship with yourself. Just take them as they resonate. But let's see what's happening within relationships at this time. Whatever you choose will be correct. Yeah, whatever you choose will be correct. Again, self-sabotaging thoughts. Time to just make a choice and move forward. All right. Again, I do feel that this has to do with that procrastination. It's like, just make that choice, get off the couch, you know, start really putting that energy towards what it is that you're desiring. You know, get wild with your imagination. Whatever you choose is going to be that correct door. That key will start opening something when we're following our heart. We also have solitude, alone but not lonely. For some of you, I'm getting two energies with this, okay? I do feel that for some of you, you may be seeking a relationship. But don't do it out of desperation. Don't do it out of a sense of, I just want somebody in my life. Because when we do that, you know, it's interesting because Spirit, you know, if we say to Spirit, I'm looking for a relationship. But when we're not expanding upon that thought, that can be a sense of self-sabotage. All right. It can be that energy of desperation. So what does Spirit do? It'll bring you a relationship, but it may not resonate with you. It may be just a crap relationship. Right? I mean, not all relationships are going to be, you know, the same. And maybe that's where that self-sabotage is coming in, right? Maybe in the past you settled for relationships that were just, you know, they meant nothing, right? They were just to have that extra body around, or maybe perhaps, you know, that feeling that you're in some sort of relationship, but really there was nothing behind it. And what I'm getting with this solitude is right now, it's not a bad thing to be alone and really reflect upon what it is that you're desiring, you know, or maybe perhaps you are in this place of being alone, but you're not lonely. Okay. But again, if you're seeking a relationship, or if you're wanting to even deepen a relationship or a commitment in some way, maybe perhaps you have to start procrastinating or stop putting that self-sabotage into something and reflect upon why it is that you're in this place of perhaps being on your own, or perhaps maybe there's no participation within a committed relationship. Okay, maybe this is like a one-sided thing, or that you feel that you're the only one putting energy in towards it. Whatever it is, I just feel like at this moment it's time to release those thoughts and really start looking at things in a new perspective and really going towards what it is that you are desiring. We also have compassion for others. So it's interesting energy. I do feel that for some of you, there may have to be some sort of sense of compassion towards other people's situations, or perhaps there's an energy here with that self-sabotaging where you've mostly really thought about, you know, when entering a relationship, or maybe even perhaps within your current relationship, maybe, you know, you're trying to figure things out, but only from your perspective. All right. It's kind of like, you know, sometimes when people take a step back, or they feel like they may be ghosting you, or maybe they're just being quiet, maybe they're being reflective in their own thoughts. Are you taking all of that on and going, you know, okay, what did I do? How come they're doing this? They must be walking away from me again. Maybe perhaps, you know, they want to end the relationship. Maybe they're being quiet, whatever it is. And I feel like, especially if they've come forward and said, look, I just need some time alone. I do need a little bit of space. I got a lot of things to work out. Well, give them that time. Have that compassion towards it. Be alone, but you're not lonely. Don't be in that place of, you know, feeling like you're suffering, or, you know, feeling like there's this energy of that tug of war coming through. All right. Allow it to sit for a little bit. Allow it to sit for a little bit. Now, I mean, if somebody disappears for, bloody weeks or a month or something like that, okay, well, that's a whole different energy. That may be where you need to speak up for yourself and not self-sabotage yourself in this place of thinking, oh, they're going to come back right away. Or, oh, they must still love me. They're just really busy, but I haven't heard from them for a month. Nobody's that busy. Okay, let's just put that out there. So, take it as it's resonating with you, but this is what I'm getting, is that you may have to have another perspective towards something, but again, don't be in that energy that is going to sabotage in some way. Don't jump to conclusions, but also don't allow yourself to be in this energy of taking, not allowing somebody to be giving receptivity towards you. All right. If somebody's not giving you what you feel that you are worth, it may be time to walk away from that, because even being in that element can be self-sabotaging. So let's see what's coming through. We have the Queen of Cups. This is really about not only compassion, but it's about a mutual love in some way. So I do feel that there may be a situation here for some of you that maybe you've jumped onto when there's been an argument, or maybe there's been, some sort of discourse or chaos within the situation. Maybe you've jumped a little bit too quickly, and that in itself has created some sort of self-sabotage. Maybe what they're basically saying is have that compassion towards others. That mutual love may be there, or that mutual love could be developed by taking a step back, looking at it from a new perspective. But don't be in this place where you're just jumping onto a situation and creating more chaos when there's no chaos to be created at this time. We also have the Knight of Swords. So it's interesting energy, because I do feel that for some of you, maybe you do charge towards ending something a little bit too quickly, or speaking, in a way that could create some sort of hurtful words, or maybe perhaps you jump onto a situation too fast and don't allow somebody to present themselves, or to, give you a proper explanation. It's like you have in your mind, well, it's got to be this, boom, I'm just going to jump on it. I'm going to throw accusations around, or I'm going to say things that could be hurtful towards others. And that in itself is a sense of sabotage, all right? It's really talking about having compassion towards somebody else, allowing that mutual love to present itself in some way. And we have the Star. I feel like this, especially for those that are already in some sort of relationship, or you're wanting that relationship, with that Star coming through, I feel like this is a validation from Spirit that there is still hope here. Just have faith. Follow your true sense of self at this time. Follow that sense of compassion and love that is, being presented here. Allow yourself to be in this place of being alone, and maybe doing the contemplation, or, taking another look at something, that new perspective. Again, don't procrastinate towards creating what it is that you want, but don't charge ahead with some sort of assumptions, or some sort of element that is going to cause more harm towards the situation, rather than allowing it to just develop in some way on its own. Okay, like allow this person maybe perhaps to give you their side. Maybe it's time to truly listen rather than jumping to a conclusion of some sort. So let's get a closing message from the universe and see what's coming through. Closing message from the universe for Sagittarius. All right, closing message. We have the ancestors. So for some of you, I'm going to pull another card in regards to this, but I do feel that for some of you, not only is this your spirit team really trying to give you some sort of guidance at this time, could be, ancestral energy, but I'm also getting here that for some of you, this could have to do with some sort of past generational energy that is coming through that causes that sense of self-sabotage. It might be something that you really need to take a look into. Did your parents jump to conclusions? Did you have a feeling of not being worthy? Did you have the feeling of being, very protected? Again, it's not meaning to go and blame our ancestors or our parents or anything like that, for who we are. But maybe there's an energy here that needs to be released or that needs to be embraced that's coming through from our ancestors. So let's pull one more card and see what it has to do with, Temperance. It feels like balancing it out, okay? So maybe perhaps for some of you, it also talks about patience, all right? So have some patience, have some balance here in regards to past energies. Again, it may be ancestral, it may be just, some sort of energy within yourself, past life energy, maybe, energy from, before in your past, all right? It doesn't need to be past life, but, from when you were younger. But it does feel like there has to be some sort of balancing out within the energies here. And again, what is it that you bring through that is creating a sense of self-sabotage? Why are you procrastinating towards reaching your dreams or following your dreams, or, not reclaiming your own personal power and your own personal energy? Why are you creating that discourse, possibly, with that Five of Wands where we had the push and the pull, all right, that tug of war type of energy? I feel like there's something that you may need to look at inside of yourself in regards to this. So Sagittarius, I truly hope that this reading has helped. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Have an amazing week and many blessings.